Greetings and salutations, my lovely individuals here. Welcome to the 9th episode and potentially final episode, depending on how things go, of Werewolf the Apocalypse 20th Anniversary Edition, Phoenix's Call. I am your storyteller, Ravinia, also known as Nikki, and probably from these people, that cunt over there. And why don't we introduce our players? So go ahead.
All right, I am Plaguewind. I am playing Jonathan Davis, the Children of Guy Galliard, and I spent the point of rage to kill a tech goblin, so I'm back.
And following our absentee pack member, I'm playing Colin Douglas. My name is Maddox. I am the less than reluctant than I used to be Arun.
I'm Beth. I'm drops to Twitch and all the socials and things. I am playing Olivia Franklin, Black Fury Theurge. Really just wants to survive this.
My name's Brad, Timber Brad 411 in chat. I'm playing Plays with Danger, the Bone Gnar Ragabash, and I am probably a shit show waiting to happen.
Waiting to happen? What? You're the whole bag.
That's fair.
Where we left off was in the woods, after a run-in with a massive group of red talons that were trying to get in the way of things. And Chelsea is still alive. Wounded, covered in honey and bugs, but still alive.
Not me.
We are going to start with Jonathan, who was left in the car, itching his wounds.
Yep, where that neck wound is, it's probably nice red and raw, like all around.
Mm-hmm. It's this entire thing has started bothering you quite a bit. You have been starting to get flashes of things that happened in your past. Your family, you're fighting against Pentex and Endron and Magradon Pharmaceuticals, only to realize that the same medicine that you take to keep you balanced is produced by them.
So I can see Jonathan in the car every so often, starting to scratch. Freak him out a little bit, starts twitching a little bit. Pulls out of the acoustic guitar, tries to play, but every so often has to probably uses the pick a little bit to scratch. Mm-hmm. Probably feels a little better, but probably cuts the skin a little more. Mm-hmm. Goes back to playing, has a flash, and he goes like every time there's a flash. I want to say for dramatic effect, maybe like a partial, like my eyes transform, or maybe
kind of flicker.
Like a claw.
Yeah, there's whispering from an old friend in your head. There were subtle whispers of this whole world has gone to shit, and little flickers of you remembering seeing his corpse. How Pentex made it look like an accident. How his whole family suddenly disappeared. It seemed like overnight. And that itching, that burning around your neck. Now you stopped taking the meds. Now they weren't good for you. But you had been taking them since you were about 12, 13. And
yeah. Once I found out it was Pentex, that's when I stopped.
Mm-hmm. And your first change.
Yep. That was a huge turning point. So, as this is going on, I'm guessing it doesn't stop. It keeps going.
And keeps going. And you're getting more and more irritated. The voices, the remembrance, the flashbacks, it's getting more and more aggressive.
All right, so I get out of the car, and if anyone's watching, probably looks kind of like crazy. I get out, and I'm just like shaking, twitching, probably scratching. Yeah, maybe like minor mosh pit type look, like a solo mosh pit.
Mm-hmm. As you shuffle, you remember in your pocket, you do have the pill case. And you know in that pill case, there's still a couple of those pills. That's why it rattles when you shake it. That's how you notice.
I see. So as he gets out shuffling, let's say that's when the rattling, like as he gets out and starts shuffling, that's when the rattling starts. And it may be like, as he hears the rattling, it's almost like a calm comes over as I like look down at my pocket and pull it out. He just stares at it. And he like looks back up the way, like the pathway they took, stares at the bottle.
You kind of hear the voice in the back of your head. You know, it's your mother. It's like, you're supposed to take your pills, Johnny. You're always supposed to take your pills. Always. And you remember seeing her, and it's that, okay, mommy, but as you look at her, you see her eyes go dull. The jaw almost goes slack as your mother pulls back. She's not your mother anymore. That feeling that you get.
Oh, I feel like this might be a some type of willpower check.
Oh yeah, you're getting it.
Yep. A straight willpower roll.
Straight willpower, difficulty 7.
Oh, I got 2. One's a 10.
Okay. That's good. So you do feel that urge. You feel there's part of you, you're rummaging, you start popping that pill container open.
I probably like pop it off, and then you start his voice. I guess no one's around, but like his voice, you start hearing that like feral, like almost like growls. Maybe he starts getting. He doesn't change into Glabros, but he's like almost there, and he gets his. It's almost like he's taking a more Krenos like form, but not changing.
Mm-hmm.
Eyes, and then he just drops it. Drops the pill bottle.
You hear the clacker. Pills drop out. You can see them. And yes, you did survive. You did not take any of the pills, but now you're just filled with that anger, that frustration. And I wonder, would you say that Jonathan is emotionally compromised at this moment?
After this, yeah.
I think it's time we roll a frenzy check for Jonathan.
Oh boy.
Oh, brilliant.
Right. That's willpower again, right?
Yep. This difficulty is going to be higher. This is a difficulty 9 thing for you.
Do I have the luck dragon? Do I have that?
You do.
Oh, we probably can't use it for frenzy. Yeah.
You can't really use it for
No,
frenzy.
that'd be cheating. Difficulty 9. I got none.
That means you frenzy.
Yep.
Now, why don't you describe for me and you and our lovely viewers what Jonathan looks like in Krenos?
All right. So he as he throws the pill bottle down, looks at it, sees the pills like roll, and each of those pills that rolls, he sees one of the past people he's killed, and he just watches that. His eyes, he's not even knowing it right now. He's literally changing without knowing. Then he just lets his head back, lets out this loud roar, and he transforms. Now he's this monstrous mainly white. Okay, there's two steps to it. He's large, is all white with like a gray stripe down his back. Probably looks pretty majestic, but he's got this black saliva just drooling right out of his mouth, like a lot of drool coming out. The eyes are like whatever Krino's like bloodshot is, like very noticeable. And that cut around his neck, it's like red and like bright red.
I'm going to be saying that it seems to be breaking open repeatedly. It scabs and then it breaks open, and that white fur, you get a little. It's a little red and a little black that kind of pours out, and you smell fresh meat. You smell the hunt, and it's that way. You don't care that it's your friends that you smell. You don't care what's going on, but your mind is gone and you are after that prowl. You are a murder machine and you are hungry.
I will say, I probably, as our wonderful chats, I probably would destroy the car as I'm standing right next to it.
I could see that. You're angry, you're raging. Tell me how you destroy your car.
Probably just, like, as he turns, looks around, that's like the first thing. Probably just takes one claw, rips right into it, probably rips through the windows and the side, takes the other claw, and then just lifts up the back, flips it, and then, if possible, like as it's flipping, coming down, just kicks it.
In the middle of your fight last session, you might have heard a howl, but with so many howls and anger and rage, you probably didn't recognize Collins. I mean, not Collins, sorry, Jonathan. I'm used to causing Colin emotional distress. So this is fun.
Would we have heard it in the Umbra?
No. You were dealing with Garu there too, unfortunately.
We're all on the physical side again, though, right? Like, I remember that being part of it too.
Yep.
Yeah, I had just come out and was like puking up the blood.
And I was going around using Mother's Touch to heal anybody who was grievously injured. So probably just checking out, seeing if anyone had anything that they couldn't heal themselves.
So we will get back to Jonathan in a second. Or I should say, Jonathan will get back to you all in a second. So you're standing there. There's heavy breathing. Like I said, Chelsea is covered in honey and bugs.
As soon as I'm on the other side and back into Lupus, I want to use heightened senses just to try to get a sense of if there's anything else around us, so we don't necessarily get snuck up on again. I want to know as best as possible where everything around us is.
So far, I'm not even going to make you roll. So far, it seems like even the animals that are normally here have kind of ran off. There was such a scuffle. However, there is one noise that you find. And you hear police.
Cops.
We should hurry then so we don't get caught or stopped.
Yeah, let's go. Also, storyteller, I not only takes a turn, but I'll ask just anyways. Have my right claws grown back yet?
Yeah, it was
Cool.
a little awkward, but weird.
Cool.
I'm trying to remember also the lady we were escorting. What was her name again?
Chelsea.
Chelsea. Plays a look to her and just kind of like tilt his head and like questioning. Done.
Not finished. We still need to deliver the supplies and the notes.
If I look her over, does she have any aggravated damage, or is it all stuff that she's going to be okay with?
She stabbed by a spear.
in
a
the
silly
belly,
spear.
right?
Yeah.
I will go up and I will just put my hand on her shoulder. I will use Mother's Touch to heal level of aggravated.
All right.
Is it day or nighttime, storyteller? I can't
It's
recall.
nighttime.
Excellent. Just real quick, do a bit of moon gazing. So I can get some rage back.
All right.
Oh, I'm going to do that too.
In the process of this, as this takes, I would say, 10 minutes, 15 minutes? Is that a fair
What's her
assessment?
current rage? Because that'll be the difficulty for my.
Like I'm gonna keep like listening for that the sirens, just and kind of let everyone know what's going on with them. Sorry.
Her current rage right now is a 5 because she spent a point.
Okay. I have 3 successes.
Okay, that works. Jonathan, you are there when the cops arrive. The cops come and they do park, but they see you and there is very much this kind of stop that
Oh
happens.
boy.
Sorry.
They have gotten out and they were going to aim, and it's just the look of fear that comes over their faces. And then you also have to deal with the smell of them pissing and shitting themselves at the same time.
It's like keeps the rage going.
Yeah.
You get
very
used to it
appetizing.
after a while.
To any mortals in chat, delirium's a bitch. Never look a full transformed werewolf up and down. You'll just get scared.
All right, so yeah, I guess. Well, do I see them? Because I'm in like a frenzy going towards.
You saw them, and so you see all the bright flashing lights,
Oh,
but
that's true. Yeah.
at the same time, they seem to be the weaker prey, the easy prey.
And I'm on a
Not
hunt.
what that. Yeah, you want to hunt. That's what you're looking for.
All right, so I'd probably maybe stop and see what this new thing is, and just let out to a roar at them, and then just leap into the woods.
Mm-hmm.
I guess just full charge run.
Place with danger. You do hear that those alarms are still going off, but they aren't getting closer now. And then you hear that roar.
Would there by chance, because I've got the heightened senses up, are they close enough that I might get with the heightened senses a scent off of them defecating themselves?
No, unfortunately, they're too far for that. It's still a 45-minute hike.
But they're close. I'm saying where Jonathan is.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a 45-minute hike.
Yes, that
but
was.
We can hear it.
You can hear him roar. You can hear the alarms. You can't smell anything though.
Okay, I thought it was a lot closer than it was, because we are not going to get to that anytime soon.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Jonathan is going to be getting to you fairly soon. He has No need to rest. He is not walking in a regular sense. He is leaping through the trees like.
Then I'll definitely draw attention to the roar. Hopefully, if like letting them know it's it's coming, and to be ready. You're muted.
Of course I am. Is there a rock nearby, Storyteller, of decent-ish size?
It probably couldn't hide you.
It's not for hiding. I just need to know if there's a decently dense-looking rock.
There is a decently dense-looking rock.
I will just walk over and just start scratching and getting a little more aggressive onto the rock, and I will spend a rage to activate Razor Claws.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to go off like just to the side of like the trail where I hear them come, the roar coming from, and I am going to activate Blissful Ignorance. To become completely unnoticeable.
Okay.
Boy. Like, should we keep moving? Try to outrun it, or should we?
We're not running. We're just walking normally. The second something comes up on us is when it's dead.
All right.
Plays, if you can get around whatever might attack us, I'll charge at it if you go from behind.
So I'll use what is it, the blur to kind of get around, or to get a little ways closer, so there's sort of like a trap area, and then once I get set up, I'll do the
blissful ignorance.
Blissful Ignorance.
Yeah.
Do you want me to roll both of those?
Yeah.
Okay. So manipulation and stealth.
And then your stamina and stealth.
Yeah.
Manip plus stealth is difficulty 8, stamina and stealth difficulty 5.
Two successes on the Blur of the Milky Eye.
Okay, that just increases the difficulty of all perception rolls made to detect you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the
stamina plus stealth.
Yeah, so that's
difficulty 5.
Well, this is a much better one for me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was a shit roll. I got one success on 8 dice.
Okay. But to be honest, if no one is actively seeking the Garu,
it only takes one.
Enough.
Yeah. It's I'm there to lay a trap for whatever's coming for us.
So we've got 2 on the difficulty increase and 1 on removing dice from someone that's looking. So yeah.
But yeah, I can't be seen, smelled, as long as I'm perfectly still.
Yeah.
All right, so Plays was next to me and then just vanished.
Well, so I blurred away from you, so you probably got a sense of that. But once I'm further away, kind of getting the idea of the trap, then I'm just gone.
Whatever's coming, should maybe the people who are more versed at fighting stay off to the side, that way they can come up like to its side and behind it without maybe it's noticing. If me and Chelsea are just walking.
That is like literally what I'm doing.
I'd rather be a deterrent. The less fighting we have to deal with taking these supplies, the better. I honestly don't care if things see me anymore.
All right.
Real quick, Ollie. How much gnosis do you have? Like, do you feel like you still could use your gifts, or are you kind of drained?
I can still do some gifts.
Colin will turn slightly to show the very distinct claw marks all over his back. Fucker did kind of hit hard.
I will spend a gnosis and use Mother's Touch again.
Jonathan. Or should I say that fucking monster that is formerly known as Jonathan.
Oof.
Oh,
You smell that scent. You smell that blood. There was a big fight here. You crave that. And yeah, you see people walking. And
yeah, so who I see, I guess.
you see Olivia and some other individual that you don't really recognize. She looks like she's a teenager, maybe 15 or 16, but she's covered in honey and bugs right now.
I probably don't even notice that, actually.
Yeah, you probably don't even. But you don't. There's a part of you, Jonathan, that recognizes Olivia. But at this moment, that part
Not there.
is pulled back. If Jonathan was actually there, he is probably screaming at you to stop. But he's not there. Nobody's picking up the phone. You just see something fun to chase and hunt right now.
So as I run up and when I first see people, I stop and like arms out, head up, and let out this howl. And then honestly, I'd probably try and like leap at them and try and get both of them in like a tackle.
Okay.
I will say it was 3 successes on Mother's Touch for Matt.
No. The 3 successes helped. You could have gotten one less and I would have been fine. Thank you.
Hey, you're all lucky. Jonathan was not built for fighting. So
because I am waiting for him. Go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, I was going to point out that unfortunately none of you have seen Jonathan's Krenos form, as one of his flaws has made it to where he's refused to use this form ever. So
we don't know what he looks like, so we just see some random horrid.
I see something trying to attack, and I'm going to attack them from behind.
It is a little similar to my lupus.
Just a smidgen.
Yep.
Any chance we can recognize that whoever it is in frenzy?
Oh, that's true. The mark on the neck. Yeah.
That's possible. The frenzy, definitely. You have seen Olivia and several big werewolves frenzy now. You kind of know, you can kind of smell that crazy, if you get me.
I guess I can empathize, kind of. It did happen to me, although not the way that people would expect.
And Jonathan comes around, you're like, it's frenzy.
God damn it.
All right. Go ahead and roll your body tackle. Remember to use your Krenos options.
Dex and Brawl, Krenos. Actually, not that many dice still.
And since he's kind of like made a show of the like kind of rearing back to when I see him start to do that, I want to spend a rage to go to Hispo and attack him from behind.
Okay.
1.
So you got 1 dice on that? Okay.
1 success.
In Krynos?
Are you sure? Difficulty 7?
Yep.
Wow, you're right. You weren't built for fighting. Holy shit.
So I think that's probably gonna miss. So you leap and you all see this monster, the white fur, the gray stripe, black saliva, this weird scabby wound around its neck that bleeds and it goes from red to black. You get this weird spiraled striped pattern almost coming from that wound.
Seeing the wound, can we make the connection with the fact that Jonathan had a similar wound or scar?
Smart ones of us might be able to, not me.
It's gonna sound wrong, but they did see me naked, so they did see the scar.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I got 3 successes on a bite attack from behind. Dex plus Brawl, diff 5.
Okay. That's good to know. Olivia, you are going to use your intelligence plus your alertness. It's not a hard roll for you, difficulty 6, but you might be the only one that's going to recognize this.
Otherwise, this is going to be a really awkward fight.
Mm-hmm.
I botched it.
You
successes in 1.
Hold on. I've got to roll on the wheel of torture now.
Well,
I'm
let's
just gonna put these dice to the side.
Because it's the only way that we'll know and not kill you by accident.
Like a new group of dice.
Olivia, you see this being, and you were there that night your mother died. This Krenos werewolf, this incensed monster, in your mind, is the black spiral that took your mom.
So, my question is, as a Black Fury, and this is something that she's very bitter about, will she either be scared or frenzy herself and want vengeance?
See, that's the thing. You've already been called a worm-tainted cunt by somebody tonight. By a red talon theurge. And then you see this. You're not having the best of days. I don't think fear is in your vocabulary at this moment.
So that would be primal urge and...
if you want to just state that Olivia frenzies because of this, I will let you frenzy.
Yeah, she'd be doing that.
Oh, for the love of Christ.
So you see Olivia shift, and you see that similar black spittle still.
So now I'm in Krenos instead of Hispo. Fun times. And I would just leap at the thing in front of me if I can attack at this point, or do we need to roll initiative?
We will get to that. Plays with danger, so that's 3 successes. I don't think Jonathan is paying attention to what's at his back.
No, I wouldn't even known he was there.
3 damage.
All right. You do feel the pain, and you can roll to soak. It's just your stamina.
Yep. I botched that roll.
With difficulty 5?
I rolled a 1 and a 3.
Okay, so you take
wait a minute.
Yeah, I was like, wait, you only have 2 dice?
Nope,
really?
Nope. I forgot for stamina. I forgot that my Krenos.
Yeah. I was like, what's going on?
How many more ones?
1, 1, 1, 3, 5.
Oh, so
He soaked 1.
It's not a botch.
A botch.
No,
it's a failure.
Yeah.
You do.
Wow.
You take the damage. Don't worry, you can heal it later.
It's a horrible
Jesus.
roll. Wow.
Statistics be damned.
That
By the
should
way-
mean that you are injured.
Yep.
And anyone who has seen me fight probably has an idea of what's coming next.
Yeah.
We all
People-
know.
Look, you guys have only seen me fight once, so I don't know what's coming next for me.
And at this point, you see that. You hear Olivia roar. So plays with danger. You hear that. Colin, you see this going on. And Chelsea is very much like, what the fuck?
I'm charging towards gonna as Colin runs up, he's just gonna scream, "Don't do this!" And I'm gonna try and interpose myself between the two of them. And so Olivia's to my back, and whatever the fuck this one is in front of me. I do not care that I'm getting in the way of her revenge. I will take the hits.
And at this point, we are going to need to roll initiative. Because I will let Colin get in between. That can happen before, but
8 and then Dex Wisdom, I'm assuming, right?
roll a d10, and then, yeah, it's your dexterity plus your wits.
Wits, thank you. Sorry. Roll over from D&D.
That's right. It's a 10.
Okay.
18. I rolled a 10.
Nice.
13.
Colin, I know you found
Yeah.
a very special thing. Are you going to be utilizing it?
What do you mean? It's permanent. I spend if I want to make it even better.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So, to answer your question, 23.
Jesus.
7.
Yep.
My dice do
Spirit
not
of
like
the
me
Fray.
tonight.
Mine 13.
I'm not too crazy, though. The only reason my initiative's that high is because of a gift.
No, that's fair.
Got a new batch of dice in front of me because I've already sent 6 away
to the shadow
shame.
realm?
Yeah, to the shame pile.
All right. And Chelsea's very confused and is trying to figure out if she should get involved, what needs to happen. I'm covered in bugs.
If I have a second to communicate to her, that'd be nice, but I'll leave that up to you.
You can communicate in the get in the way.
I just jab my finger behind me and say, "Restrain," because I can't have my theurge carving my back up while I'm trying to fight something.
And it looks like Chelsea is going in tandem with John. So we do get that. So, in the process of this, Colin, you get in the way. I want you and Plays with Danger, now that you're up in this thing's face, you can now make a perception alertness check.
Because we all know I'm so great at that skill.
It's not a difficult roll, difficulty 6, which is probably way lower with Plays with Danger, but since you are now up in Jonathan's face, you might be able to smell him.
6.
Plays with Danger, you definitely know that's Jonathan now.
3 successes, one of which was a 10.
3 successes is a complete success. That's Jonathan.
Oh, fuck me, is what Colin will say when he realizes.
As soon as I recognize it's Jonathan, I'm going to pretty much do the exact same thing that I did with Olivia. And like while I'm right behind him, when it's my turn, I want to shift to Krynos and bear hug him.
Okay. So, Colin, you're top of the round here. What are you doing?
Well, my plans have changed now that I realize it's Jonathan. Which means I also wasted a use of the Razor Claws. Let's start off simple, see how far gone he is. I'm gonna full Krynos slap him across the muzzle. Snap out of it!
A bitch slap. Someone had to say it. I'm just saying.
When in doubt, bitch slap somebody. Always
So
helps.
would this just count as like I roll for like a punch type of attack in this case?
You're gonna, because you're not actually trying to utilize your claws. You're going for the open palm. And yes, I did see that Astral invoked the name of He Shall Not Be Named in the Twitch chat.
Oh, it doesn't
Yep.
matter. Our rules will do what they want regardless of names invoked.
I don't know, 3 ones in a row. That's it.
My dice just hate me. I need to like set them out under a full moon for them to, I don't know, get some good juju.
What is my difficulty to slap him, storyteller?
It's 6. It's on your sheet.
Oh, right. Sorry.
See,
wasn't sure
I
if, like-
remembered. I
I
didn't
wasn't
ask.
sure if his frenzy would change things or not.
No. Because Colin's not the one frenzying.
2 successes.
Okay. And it's strength, but it's bashing damage.
Yeah.
And as I was stated again to the chat, I know this isn't how werewolf combat usually is ran, but since we kind of started doing it this way, and I said I was going to fix it, but I haven't, and we're almost to the end, I'm not fixing it.
It doesn't matter. It's all
Works.
good.
We kill things.
This is better for fast-paced shows anyways.
That was kind of the thing that I was thinking about, but I do like the way the combat goes to where you do your actions, then, you work it backwards.
And by the way, the damage is 3.
So
bashing,
three bashing.
which on 7 dice isn't stellar, but whatever.
Yeah. But it's bashing, so you do get the smack, and your jaw kind of clicks a little, and then things get hit in. But right now, it's just rage. The pain is just fueling you, Jonathan. The pain is fueling you.
Oh, so the bashing, that's right. Okay.
Yeah, it's not going to affect your, it's just to knock you around a bit. Plays with danger. So you are going to shift to Krynos and go for the bear hug.
Mm-hmm. What is it to roll to shift?
It is primal. It's stamina plus primal urge,
Yeah, I'll do that.
and it's just difficulty 6.
3.
Okay, so that's a complete success. So yeah, you shift up.
And then, once I know it's him, I'm going to try to like restrain his arms.
Mhm.
And then like kind of like scream into his ear to stop. I'll spare Chat's ears.
All right, go for the grapple check. Dexterity plus brawl. Difficulty 6.
And now I'm in Krynos.
Do, 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 do. And that's as much as I'll get of that.
You said Dex and Strength?
Brawl.
Dex and Brawl. Oh, that's right, because it's literally everything's Dex and Brawl.
Yeah. Strength is the damage stat, not the hitting stat. It's
Yeah.
It's interesting.
I literally was just thinking when I looked at the chart, it's like, oh, everything's Dex plus Brawl, and then I immediately forgot.
Mm-hmm.
3 on that. 3
All right.
sixes.
All right. Jonathan, since this is going on and you are present for this, do you want to try and dodge out of this? You feel the arms coming.
Since I'm frenzied, yeah.
All right. Let me find. All right. It's Dex plus Athletics. And the difficulty is
Not good.
it's difficulty 5. Because it's all based on the distance that
Oh,
you
no.
have to travel to dodge.
I had one, but I got knocked out by one, so none.
But at least it's not botch. So plays with danger. You've got him. All
Guess you
right.
felt initially try to fight, but
Oh yeah, and then just like reflexively, you feel like the buckling, and he's literally just squeezing tighter.
It's your go, John.
all right. I think from before when he got slapped, like the face would turn back at Colin, and you'd see kind of like him go like clack the jaw in place. And what I want to try and do is like break out of the bear hug, and then
Mm-hmm.
since I'm Frenchie, you'd probably spend a rage and try and like lunge and bite right at Colin's face.
Hey.
Okay.
See if
So
I can break out.
Look, chat, I'm doing my job.
as someone I know would say, I'm helping. I'm helping. I'm helping.
I'm helping you.
All right, so to break out of the grapple, it's the same roll to get into a grapple. So dexterity plus brawl. And we will do this as a contested roll. Now, I will say, Lou will not favor either of you if this turns into an even, like, you both get the same number of successes situation. She's not playing that game.
Sorry, I missed it. What am I rolling?
Dex plus brawl.
Dex brawl again. Okay.
Difficulty 6.
5 and one's a 10. Jeez.
All right.
I roll
This
like
is gonna
crap.
suck.
I was not expecting that.
Welcome to Krynos, man. This is what you've been missing.
God damn it, 4.
Okay, Jonathan breaks out.
All right.
So yeah, you get the pop. And plays, this is just flavor because of the 10. That it was very strong. So yeah, you get knocked just a little bit back.
I probably stagger a little bit too, just because this goddamn 2-legged bullshit.
Yeah, you're off balance. Your tail's weird. Everything's in a weird spot now.
I'll say like he broke out arm strength and then he just did like a back headbutt right in your.
Oh yeah, and now going in for the face bite.
Face bite.
Yeah, dexterity plus brawl, difficulty 5. Maddox, or I should say Colin,
wait,
you
one
do
more.
see this coming.
I ain't dodging. I got my
Okay.
my
One.
fear just behind me, even if she's frenzied too. I
One
let her-
success. That's a 10. Just one.
Oh. Okay,
May I soak?
you may soak.
All right. Well, you're rolling damage. I'll roll to see if I can resist.
Yeah, it's strength plus 1 on the bite.
5, 6. One, 2, 3, 4. 4.
So 4.
4
Okay.
successes, yeah.
And that makes my soak difficulty what again?
Your soak
7? It
Hold
feels like
on.
it's over 6.
Yeah, hold on 1 second. Aggravated. 4. It's a difficulty 6, but it's a
Huh.
stamina roll.
I'll be damned. Well, because I have a specialty as resilient, I take no damage because
So-
the 10 exploded, so I'm fine.
It's
But
a
yeah,
nice-
just so y'all know, you roll your stamina dice pool for soaking. The difficulty is based on the type of damage. As long as you're in any form other than your breed form, the difficulty is 6. And that's without silver. Silver, it's a pain. Yeah.
And luckily, none of us are metis, so we don't have to deal with the weird exception where even regular form can soak, because, well, Krynos needs to be able to soak.
and Metis can't even soak silver at all.
Really?
That's part of the
Oh, wait, no.
drawbacks.
No one can, because there's a whole merit about soaking silver, even though it's a bitch and a half to do.
But yeah, so he bites you in the face. That don't feel good. You do see that black stuff. You get that on your muzzle.
Get black saliva all over you.
Yeah.
The bite might have missed, but the tongue comes out and gets you.
Well, the bite was definitely there, and that tongue was going out for whatever blood was going to be available. And
any punctures you would have left just immediately vanish.
Yeah, but now your muzzle is covered in black saliva.
All right. I can't wait to see what our guest is doing, because you say she went at the same time as Jonathan or before Jonathan?
At the same time.
I would say she hasn't gone yet, so.
And the way I work it is, if you're present and not an NPC, you get to go first. That's the way I always roll that. Especially in the tie situation, especially when we're dealing with Lou.
Oh, yeah.
All right, she has shifted. You do see the Buckwild Krynos, and she is coming up to Olivia, and she is going for the bear hug and pull situation.
Grand.
Yeah.
Just what I needed.
I want to kill things.
Murder is on our Theurge's mind.
First of all, dear Theurge, that's adorable. Thank you. Please keep saying that.
I've been trying to murder.
Look, Cullen understands that as much as he doesn't like the whole Garou shtick sometimes, he is a wall, so he's going to stand in front of things.
4 successes on the grapple.
So, what do I roll to try to avoid it?
Well, you are facing Colin.
Mhm.
This is going to be tricky. For you,
Or
you
would
can do it. You can do a Dex plus Brawl to try and struggle out of it. Your difficulty is going to be higher. It's going to be an 8.
Okay.
And unfortunately, if she meets the 4, it's going to go to Olivia.
I only have 2 successes.
Okay. So yeah, you get grabbed and you get pulled up. There's definitely this confusion that probably comes over frenzied Olivia as her feet the claws are barely dragging on the ground at this lift.
It's just a wee bit of the fuck.
Yeah. And that's all Chelsea's gonna do.
That's all I needed her to do, really. Thank you, Chelsea. You are the most invaluable member of the pack, and you're not even in the pack.
Olivia, it's your go. What are you gonna do?
I want to take a page out of Jonathan's book, try to break free, spend a rage to then go and bite Jonathan's face.
You mean bite Colin's face?
No.
Because Colin's in the way.
But I would be friend. I'm not angry at Colin. I'm angry at Jonathan. So I'd want to go around him.
Okay.
Like, because would I still be like I'm frenzied, but I'm like focused on the threat, or would I view them all as threats now?
You kind of do. It's a bit of that, but he is your main target. He is the black spiral that killed your mommy. So I get where you're going. So if you break free from this, and we're going to do the dexterity brawl, difficulty 6.
I mean, I'm also just a small little Theurge. Oh,
you are.
You are in Krynos, though.
Yeah.
As much as I hate saying it to you, we're all a lot beefier than we think we are.
I understand that, but my dex isn't that much higher.
Every little die helps.
Oh.
Krynos, we all go, I tumble for you.
And my difficulty in this one, is it still, you said 6?
It's on the sheet.
Oh.
But it is 6.
Okay, so I was right. So I have also 2 successes.
and the tie goes to Olivia. Just the way that works. It slips out. And so, yeah, you get out, squirrely little Theurge. And Chelsea does say, hey, trying to get the alert.
Okay. Cool.
But yeah, Olivia, I have this weird feeling that Olivia does this weird duck down slide around Colin, and kind of that jut of the wolf's head comes from Colin's armpit area.
Yeah, like I will go through his legs, under his arms, and just bite whatever part of Jonathan I can reach.
Yeah.
Even if it's very painful.
Yeah.
All right, so fuzzy bite, that is Dex Brawl again.
Mm-hmm.
So difficulty 5, so it's 1, 2, 3 successes.
All right. And
Strength
go
plus
ahead.
1.
Yeah, go ahead and roll your Rhino Strength +1.
That's a lot more.
And once Olivia's done doing what she's doing, Jonathan, you will get to soak.
Is it the same difficulty for the damage roll? That's 4 successes.
Roll the soak,
Ooh.
Jonathan.
1, 2, 3. Only 2.
All right, so you soak 2 points of that damage. At this point, I'm going to have both Olivia and
Mold.
Jonathan. Yes, you are mold.
Mold.
I'm going to have Olivia and Jonathan both roll willpower to see if they shake out of this. Difficulty 6.
2.
You have 1 success.
All right, so Jonathan, you kind of shake your head around and you get the sense it wasn't a complete success, but that anger is there, but now you can see. You're hurting your friends.
I would say more, maybe it's the eyes. Like the bloodshot in the eyes are gone now.
Yeah. And I believe by your next combat initiative, you will have come down. Olivia,
I
1
last till then.
success. If you last that long. Yeah, but you do, the people that are facing Jonathan can see this change in him. Olivia, 1 success means you're probably going to get another swing at your mortal enemy before you come down. So, Colin, what are we doing?
Growling at Jonathan, I'm going to say, I'm going to trust that you're not going hog wild right now. And I'm going to try to punch down and knock Olivia out.
Okay.
It seems to be a running.
Because if she dove under my armpit, her head's right there.
Yeah. But she definitely got some of that Jonathan meat in her mouth.
We'll deal with the aftershock once we actually get to it. I'm assuming
Yes,
it's
I
just
said that unintentional.
I'm assuming it's just another regular old punch.
Yeah.
Cool.
I love this game so much. I just wanted to tell everyone that, and I love my players.
Shame it's ending. Four successes.
All right. Go ahead. Roll your damage. I will take a look to see what the stun.
And, well, we'll see how this goes. 5 bashing damage to your skull as a Krynos
Ow.
fist pops.
Yeah. What is your stamina rating, Olivia?
My stamina in Krynos is 5.
And how much damage?
The
What's
exact
that?
same. She
Um,
she took as much damage as she has stamina right now.
Okay. Who wants to roll me a luck die? Olivia, do you want to roll a luck die for me to see if you stay
Yeah.
conscious?
I'm going to take one of the dice that's been mean to me. Let's see if it'll. Well, I don't want to kill my friend. Like the player doesn't. Olivia does.
You have to roll a 10 on a luck die for you to stay conscious. So, go for it.
And
Crap. Are you
Yeah.
hitting me?
Yeah. So you hit, and yeah, you definitely see the crack on the skull, and it heals. Like almost instantaneously.
God damn it, Olivia, I don't want to have to claw you. God, I'm gonna frenzy just out of the fucking frustration if we don't get in this soon. Jesus.
Alright, plays with danger.
Can I tell that Jonathan is sort of out of this?
You can, from looking at his posturing, if you were to able to glance into his face, you could probably tell.
I want to know if it's possible to try to vault over him and try and smack Olivia in the face.
Are you wanting to do the vaults for style points, or are you?
I mean, I'll run around him, but the idea is specifically because if he's not the immediate threat, the other one frenzying is.
Okay. I believe it's possible that you could vault over him.
I mean, like I said, I'll run around if that. It's kind of one of those, you know, the quickest route
it's you would have to do the leap over him. There are particular gifts that would make this better for you to do.
I mean, I've got no problem with like doing like a quick sort of like run around and then sort of like coming in from the side, like checking her from the side like I have before.
Dexterity, athletics. Difficulty 7, but you are in Krynos, but so is Jonathan. So.
Yeah. Dex. Four.
All right. I don't think Jonathan's fighting you. So more than 3 successes is a complete success. So you do the vault.
Probably more confused with what's going on right now.
And go ahead and roll your punch.
It's not a punch. I'm gonna claw.
Oh, we're gonna get some battle scars on some faces tonight here, people.
Muted.
Who's muted? I'm not talking.
Oh, Matt.
Oh,
Colin was.
gotcha. Yeah, on 6 dice, I got 5. A 6, a 7, 2 8s, and a 10.
All right, go ahead and roll for damage.
So that's 6, 7, 8.
Difficulty 6.
Four.
All right, so that's 4 points of damage. Olivia, how much stamina do you have again?
A total of 5.
5. Okay, so no chance of stun with this. But yeah, go ahead and roll your soak.
And that's just the dexterity again, or
Stamina.
I
Difficulty
will remember this
6.
right before I die. That's the way it goes. I have 4 successes.
All right, so you claw, it strikes, she heals.
But now I think I'm the most immediate thing.
Yep. John is still stunned and confused as to what's going on. Chelsea is going back for the grapple again. It's like, nope, you're not getting away. That's kind of what's going on here.
You know when you have to chase down a little kid and just for a second they get almost out of your reach and you're like, no. It feels like that.
Yes, that's exactly what's going on.
God, the urge thinks she's going to do some damage.
Left unchecked, you can. With that penny guru.
That's 5 successes on that.
And I just rolled Dex and Brawl again
Mm-hmm.
to try to make. Yeah, I only have 1 success, so
She
think she got
grabs and she pulls. That's the thing. You get that. Colin and both Place with Danger. You get that feeling, that look on Olivia's face, that confusion, and then yoink, she gets pulled
Just
back up.
arms and legs flailing.
Yeah, and yeah, this is pissed off Chelsea right now with her lifted up way higher than she was before. Like we're talking like almost Russian bodybuilder, power lifter kind of stance here.
Just right above her head. She's about ready to Batman grasp her knee.
Yeah. And we get to Olivia. Olivia, you could wiggle out of this and then get another pot shot.
I will say I don't have another rage to spend because I just realized that because I used Tally's tongue last time.
Oh. You're out of rage?
Oh,
I'm out of rage.
wow.
So even if you break free, you couldn't really attack.
Can't really do much. I mean, she would try to break free at the very least.
Yeah.
Um, 2 successes.
She's holding strong. And after that, you come back out of it. So you're up in the air here.
Like, what happened?
That's a fantastic fucking question.
As soon as I know she's out of it, still in Krynos, I'm focused on Jonathan, ready to fucking go if he's, because I don't know that he knows he's not a problem, but now that she's definitely not, Plays would turn and be ready for Jonathan.
Jonathan, you have come back
So
to
am
your
I-
senses.
So I'm out of frenzy then.
Yep, you are out of frenzy. You kind of come back, you're looking at your friends, and yeah, you see this werewolf that you don't know basically holding Krenos Olivia above her head.
Oh boy, I missed something. All right. Well, I'm trying to think. Jonathan, more of what happened. He's part embarrassed, part frustrated, and part scared.
Mm-hmm.
I think his first reaction is probably to like run away. Not in like a panic or fear, but just run. You could like can't believe this happened. Like just get out of here.
Mm.
So He'll stay in Krenos for a bit, and then like when he's out of eyesight, he'll like, oh, he'd be naked.
Do you have bound clothes?
No, I don't.
Okay.
If Jonathan goes to run, like I'm following. Like I'm going to stop him.
You probably more see him like standing, probably still in like the pub, but you see him like looking around, and you can tell the eyes are not. It looks. You can see Jonathan's like eyes there, looking around. I don't know if Krenos can look this way, but you almost see like a horrified like look.
Oh, they can look horrified.
Yeah.
Like, and so if I recognize that, the first thing I'm going to do is tell him, stop. Calm.
You are also really fucking hurt, Jonathan. Just saying, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh, that's true.
He'll be healing my strikes after a while. They're only bashing.
Yep.
So I actually, no, I didn't think of that. I'd probably try and run, and then due to like a mold, probably I would just fall down.
As soon as he falls down, it's literally going to be like a dog pile, just to like, not so much the idea of like trying to hurt him anymore, is it's literally I am putting my largest form in dead weight on top of him to try to keep him from going somewhere. And I keep saying stop.
So I'd say he probably slowly will shift back to Ahmed, but as he does that, he's probably crying. Visibly crying at what happened.
Once he shifts down, kind of like reflexively, he'll shift to Hamid. And then like kind of offer him the bag.
Mm-hmm. We'll get right back to that. Olivia, Colin, Chelsea. Y'all are standing there. Chelsea is still holding Olivia up.
I will try to be like, can you let me go? I need to be sick.
Okay. She does shake Olivia a little bit, and then it's like, okay, you want to be let go? And yeah, she just
you're in Rhino, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
I get back, I'm like, and okay, yeah, no fair.
And Chelsea's like, what the fuck's wrong with you all?
You have no idea. You met us at a mental bad time. I'm sorry.
And this is where we're going to take the break.
Oh, wow, right. We need to take breaks in this show.
Yep. So we will be back in 10 minutes. So thank you all so far for enjoying.
Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. I've always been the hunter, nothing on my tail. But there was something in you I knew could make that change. To capture a predator, you can't remain the prey. You have to become an equal in every way. So look in the mirror and tell me, who do you see? Is it still you? Or is it me? Become the beast. We don't have to hide. Do I terrify you? Or do you feel alive? Do you feel the hunger? Does it howl inside? Does it terrify you? Or do you feel alive? Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. So embrace the darkness, and I will help you see that you can be limitless and fearless if you follow me. We are the lions in the world of lies. We are the predators, the hunters, the hunters, the hunters. Become the beast. We don't have to hide. Do I terrify you? Do you feel alive? Do you feel the hunger? Does it howl inside? Does it terrify you? Or do you feel alive? Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin and burrow within, and burrow within. Splinters of my soul cut through your skin to burrow within, to burrow within. Do you feel the hunger? Does it howl inside? Does it terrify you? Or do you feel alive?
And we're back. I doubt I need to refresh anybody on what is going on, but we are going to take it over and turn it to Plays with Danger, as I've coined the term. He is being Boris, the Soviet love hammer, on top of Jonathan.
So I've gotten off phrasing, and like as soon as like he starts shifting down, I would have like gotten to the side, and like having seen him shift before and realizing like the clothing thing, but especially because he's clearly going through something. Like it's, even as a lupus, like I still understand the like the grief or the sadness. So in sort of like a like trying to be nice, but also apparently being really fucking off-putting if somebody else were to see it. He's butt naked, squat down, but like looking away from Jonathan, holding the bag out, and just says, "Clothes."
Jonathan's probably just facing away, and you can hear pretty softly. You just hear like, I'm sorry," just over and over.
As soon as it's clear that he's not going to do anything, I'm going to grab like a button-up shirt. It's probably like a mechanic's like work shirt, because you can get those really easily in like thrift stores and whatever. It was probably where he gets a lot of his clothes, or secondhand vintage. And he'll kind of like drape it over him. And then find a pair of shorts, which will probably again be basketball shorts because it's what he usually gets. And he'll sit him down next to him. And then as soon as he does that, like the clothing sitting next to him, he'll shift into back to Lupus and give him space, but stay like nearby. And specifically make a noise letting him know that he's moved away, but that he's still there. And not so much as a like threatening, I'm going to chase you down and eat you sort of thing, but like a, you're not alone.
So he's probably staying there, probably head is down, kind of finishing off the visible crying, but just every so often you're still hearing, I'm sorry, but as you make that noise and like back off, you see him kind of like glances over, sees the clothes, and kind of while still just sitting, you just see like an arm reach out, drag the clothes toward him, and I've done this. I know it's very difficult. Like while sitting on the ground, slowly like put the clothes on, and just hear him like he's still facing away, but you hear him go, "Thank you."
And then, so as soon as he says that, the only thing he'll say sort of in response is, "Together."
So he'll get them like partially on, and he'll kind of stand up, probably in like the kind of like how would you now, like like bones cracking, and then kind of finish putting on the clothes, and then he'll turn around, like he'll face the rest of the group, but his head will still kind of be down, and he'll just stand there.
As soon as he does that, Plays would kind of like circle around and then kind of come up behind him and just to the side, where he's close enough that you could probably feel the body heat coming off of him, so that you know that he's right next to you, but not touching you. So it's like still giving your space, but still like kind of reaffirming that this isn't going to change and this isn't going to change anything and he's not going anywhere.
Okay, you see like a little, I can't do it, but it's like the half smirks. Kind of like you see that, and he'll probably literally put his hand down, kind of like pet you. Then his head comes up a little bit more, and he'll slowly start taking steps towards, I guess, the rest of the group.
And Plays will move in stride with him, like matching his pace, staying right next to him.
I'm probably looking at Chelsea because I'm like, who the hell? Oh no, I do know who Chelsea is, right? Because I drove everyone out here.
Character would know, you don't.
That's right, yeah.
And Chelsea wasn't driven out here. She met.
That's right.
Oh yeah, no, he might not have met her.
Oh, yeah,
he just stayed at the car.
Yeah.
So I have
He
no idea
knew
who
we
this
were
is.
meeting somebody, but that's it.
Yeah.
Jonathan, I would like to make a point of order. That neck wound, it's scabbed over at this moment. It had
Okay.
broken open fully, and now it's...
Nice and scabby.
If I look at Olivia, how's she doing?
She's currently shifted back into Hamid and is throwing up away from the group. And if you pay attention, you can see that she is also probably sobbing, but trying really hard to be as quiet as possible with it.
Well, you're also throwing up, which can make you cry, but I'm guessing we can tell that it's not just the heaving that's making you do it.
Probably. But
like a white girl who's drank way too much.
way too much Poor Loco, probably. No. See, this is the benefit of her having really short hair because it doesn't get in the way. But when she's done making sure that none of Jonathan is left in her system, because she doesn't want to go down the whole, oh, I ate people again. Probably still looking tore up. Even kind of like just the trying really hard to keep your tears under control, but not doing a good job. Just like, all right, just kind of surveys the group. Like, I'm going to stay in control. I'm not going to cave, and we'll probably go over, spend Gnosis to heal what she did to Jonathan, and try not to say a thing.
As soon as she moves towards Jonathan, like, Plays would kind of like look up at him and then just sort of kind of like give him like that sort of like knowing nod, and then go like right up to Olivia and then just kind of like lean against her in sort of one of those like friendly sort of like shoulder check sort of things. Like he's just leaning against her just enough to like be a minor nuisance. Like sometimes like dogs just want to like lay on you. So he'll do that, and then say the same thing that he said to Jonathan together.
See, Jonathan kind of just slowly walking up, and he's got like his hands in his pockets. Kind of see that he's almost like relaxed kind of gait. You kind of see starting to come back, and he like looks around. Looks at everyone. Well, looks like I might have caused all this.
Help. You had help in the chaos.
One thing at a time. Please, can you do me a favor?
He'll kind of like look at you and then
I will glance specifically away. Can you give Olivia some clothes?
She has bound clothes.
Hers
Oh,
are
you do?
bound.
Cool.
Yeah.
Even better. I'm used to everyone's clothes exploding.
Yeah.
Chelsea has shifted back down and is kind of standing there with her arms crossed.
I will sheepishly walk up to her. Yes, I'm still in Krynos, so I get how sheepish Krynos must sound. But I still walk up to her since I need the place as the rest of the pack's somewhat okay. May I have a word?
Mm. She just kind of looks at him and nods. Mm-hmm.
I fully understand if you think you're safer traveling on your own than with us now. And I'm sorry if we caused you any undue stress.
It's been a long time since I've been with a pack.
You're welcome to join, and I take off walking.
There's just this confusion.
As soon as he says that and starts walking, Plays will follow him.
Well, Olivia just
Jonathan, you two. One of you with one of us at all times. I'm so sorry to have to do that.
Yes, Mom. I will kind of just slap my hand on Jonathan to give him the mother's touch. Be like, I am so sorry for the bite.
As you say that, he kind of like looks like Oh, that was you.
And what's your rage? Because that's the difficulty level.
I have 3 right now.
Would it be his total rage or whatever he has active? Or his normal?
For the sake of brevity, I'll give you the 3.
Then 7 successes.
Wow.
Love that +2 to empathy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Chelsea's just kind of looking around, still holding the backpack. The honey and the bugs seem to have dissipated.
So I look at Olivia and I ask, "Are you doing okay with this?"
I'm.
I had a reaction, so I can.
Yeah, you just kind of reminded me of something
Yeah,
I hadn't thought about in a while. So
So I got you too. All right.
yeah, that was not fun at all.
Now you see why I don't go to Krenos. It has last time that happened didn't end good either. So Jonathan looks around, it's like, and then comes in Chelsea. You must be Chelsea.
Yep. And she looks about 15. She has her hair in braided pigtails. She's carrying a backpack. And the first thing you notice is her face, like the left half of her face is pretty clawed up. Like there's like a full-scale scar.
Believe it or not, I'm part of this pack, but
Wow.
I apologize
tell.
I apologize for anything that's happened.
Thank you. If you didn't say something, Chelsea, I was gonna have to.
We're dealing with a few issues, and it's caused some additional. Yeah, we should just keep moving.
Fair enough. And you see there's this look on her face that she wants to say more, but she knows better in that moment. And she just turns to walk.
Hey, you guys know what this is? Our first unloo key break.
You all hear the
The joke is completely lost on plays, and he still doesn't understand this whole luck thing. He just likes the snake.
Like Olivia finally goes from looking like she's kind of like lost in really sad memories and just like kind of bait up, just glaring at your back. Really?
Yeah, really.
I liked it.
Thank you. Are we hearing this, or is this like in our brains sort of thing?
It's in your brains, but I definitely see you vocalizing this.
Just make us look a little bit more crazier to Chelsea.
I was just thinking that like this is being better.
Guru do weird shit all the time. They're used to each other.
Yep. And
Eccentricity is a flavor.
Honestly, as long as we're just talking and not like actively trying to kill each other, this is a step up from what she's seen from all of us.
Yep.
My claws have probably gone back down to their regular sharpness instead of the extra sharp that they were. Actually, honestly, as soon as like I tried to punch her, I felt that my claws would have faded. Because it's like new scene, and I don't know. It felt like it was a new scene when they stopped frenzying.
Yeah. Chelsea does come up beside Jonathan a little bit, and it's like, "You okay?"
I think so.
I kind of overheard that you're scared to go into Krenos.
Yeah, you might have noticed certain things about me in that way.
It's a Garu's duty to be a warrior of Gaia. And Krynos is a gift to help protect.
Let's just say that form has not helped me protect at all so far.
It is a violent form. And this is coming from someone that looks like they're 15.
Half his age, yeah.
Yeah, it is a violent form. But you have to manage how you perceive it. I know it's difficult. And she gives him just this gentlest pat on the shoulder. The gentlest touch. Trust me, I know. And she just kind of points to the side of the face. And
Jonathan just kind of, as she says, "I know," and points, he silently nods.
we've got to utilize what we fear to help the world. And she starts walking to give you some distance with your thoughts.
All right.
I think now I'm in pace with Olivia,
Mm-hmm.
which is probably extra comical because enormous, 8-foot tall black fur
Strutting whale.
monster right next to. How tall is Olivia?
Probably like 5'5", maybe. She's not super tall, but
Yeah, there's a
It's like-
difference.
yeah, it's a little awkward.
How you doing?
I'll survive.
All right, then how are you doing currently?
I'm here. I don't think we're gonna get much better than that right now. That was
I wouldn't have expected anything. I wouldn't have expected anything much, honestly. Glad you're here.
well, I'm happy I didn't do too much damage.
I was more just worried that you and Jonathan were going to hurt each other. I just stepped in between. Whatever damage may have been dealt is clearly not evident. I mean, hell, Jonathan bit right on my muzzle. It sucked.
It was kind of awesome though.
Nah, it just sucked.
I mean, you took a big bite and you're okay. It's kind of awesome.
No, because it just means that I now know what the pain of being bit on the face feels like. And can now reference it later. That's as much as I got out of that. It sucked. That's one thing I'll never get. Why are werewolves so into fighting? Why? I will never get that. Fighting sucks, and anyone who thinks it's fun needs to be checked into like an institution.
Not always so much that it's fun, but that it releases anger, keeps you in check, and the
Yeah, but
skills
it's
are useful.
It feels different for us though, because releasing the anger doesn't make it go away; it just builds it up.
If we don't release the anger, then you can't manage it, and then you do stupid things.
Why don't I know it?
So I'm probably not the best person for that one because I've been doing a lot of stupid things recently.
Plays with danger. You notice that Chelsea is observing Olivia and Colin very closely at
I'll
this
give her-
point.
I'll give her like an awkward pat on the head and just keep walking in silence. Not Chelsea,
Just
Olivia.
pat me on the head.
I'm fully aware of what I did. I'm bad at
And-
comforting, okay?
And there's a little bit of that confusion. Plays with danger. You notice Chelsea with a little bit of scrunchy brow.
As soon as I see it, I'll kind of trot up next to her. I'm imagining we're still kind of moving
Yeah.
in the direction. All Gaia's children. All broken, but a pack. And he'll kind of like with that, like he won't necessarily like wait around for any sort of like response. Like he'll go back, kind of keeping with the plan of whichever one Colin isn't immediately next to, Plays will be next to the other one, because motherfucker's got to be babysat.
I don't know if it's babysitting necessarily, but we definitely got to keep eyes on them now.
Yeah.
And Chelsea is just kind of looks and she gives that a little bit of a nod, but she doesn't respond. And yeah, she continues walking forward. And it's kind of funny, Plays with Danger. She doesn't walk like you think a teenager would walk. She seems like very much that full adult Hamid kind of thing going on here.
Like she's got that swagger, that big dick energy kind of thing.
Yes, she has. Yeah. I would say that Chelsea has big dick energy. It's weird for someone that looks that young to have big dick energy.
Yeah, and I imagine being the 90s, that female as well.
But she keeps pace. She keeps checking up on everyone. Eventually, she goes up near the front because she's making sure that everyone's on the right path.
I mean, she knows where we're going. We're following, essentially.
Yeah. And yeah, she's keeping an eye. She takes you down a trail, and it goes a little lower. And then you see there's a tunnel. A cave. And you starting to smell that sulfurous smell. Like you're near the hot springs.
As we get close, I just want to keep my eye out if there's anything like weird spirit-wise going on.
You've got the goosebumps. Things are kind of weird.
Definitely keep my eye out for any of the people we were fighting coming back.
Yeah, no, I would definitely have, like, as we're moving, the heightened senses activated to make sure to and then especially like as we're getting closer and the sulfur smell is getting stronger, like he would let it drop then so as not to get overwhelmed. But like as we're coming up again, just because we've essentially just survived 2 fights, it's and we know that there's still more, so he definitely doesn't want to get surprised again. So like, yeah, as once it's not, or once it starts to become a hindrance that he's got the heightened senses on, he'll drop it. But up until that point, it'll be trying to keep an eye out.
And you walk along. As you get to the entrance of this cave, you feel the vibration.
And it's the same vibration like that I felt.
Everyone feels it. It shakes the ground. Not enough to throw you off balance, but it's definitely stronger than it was.
Hey, Chelsea.
Oh, we must be getting close.
Yeah?
Is that normal?
What would it take to not have this thing bound anymore and just destroy it instead?
There's a bit of a shock, This thing is so powerful. I don't think any of us could survive that fight.
Any of us, as in the people here, or any of us, as in the nation?
She kind of looks, and you see she's doing this kind of weird assessment of everybody as she's kind of eyeing everyone. It would take 4 packs to even have a chance. It's better if it's easier to keep it asleep. Banes do have their place. This one's a particularly nasty one.
And so I asked about the destruction.
I'm just
and Banes
afraid.
may have their place, but they don't have their place right now. They're kind of taking everyone else's, from what it's been explained.
I'm just afraid that if it wakes up, the worm might take it first. And then make it even worse.
Are we going into this cave, or are we going past it to deliver the supplies?
We're going in. It's down, closer near where the caldera is.
Storyteller.
Mm-hmm.
Can a Krynos guru fit in this goddamn cave?
It's a squeeze. At least right now, it looks like he can fit.
Can I attempt to shift down to Glabro, so that way I don't have to worry about not fitting later?
Yeah.
I just don't want to be without claws at the moment.
I understand.
And I'll just gesture for her. Lead the way.
And she does walk. She kind of points near the entrance. There's like a little etching done with like yellow and green paint.
Does the etching seem to say anything?
It's a sign that lets us know that we're on the right way.
Good to know. I'll kind of just try to make a point of putting that sign to memory in case we get separated or lost.
Mm-hmm. And we head down. This is a point of order from the storyteller. Is there anything anyone wants to do before we start making our way down? This is the big tabletop RPG / role-playing game trope of once you go through here, there is no going back.
Make sure you finished all your side quests.
Mm-hmm.
I will say that I'm going to be like, I want to just look around, see if there's any way of setting up some sort of trap or something that would make noise if somebody else came through. If, say, someone was following us and coming up behind us.
Unfortunately, there isn't a trash can nearby to dig up bottles and string.
Okay, yeah, no, fair enough. I should have thought ahead.
I mean, I would imagine, if nothing else, I mean, we could definitely take like some of the clothes in the bag. And like maybe fashion something like shred the clothing. But it's just, I don't know that I think
it's worth the time, maybe.
Yeah.
Does it look like there's been anybody through here recently, at the very least?
You can't really tell. You're not the tracker type.
Can I tell?
You could tell.
Be like, please? I have no idea what I'm looking at.
Perception plus alertness.
Sweet.
Difficulty 8.
So since I'm back in Lupus, that's a difficulty 6.
6.
On 7 dice. Three. I had more, but one's canceled out, so it ended up being 3.
Not a lot of movement, but you do smell Garu.
Is that a similar smell to the ones that we fought?
There is a combination of smells. There's people that are similar to Chelsea and those.
Careful. The pack that attacked us may have come through here. With the
Chelsea
can
looks confused at that. It's like,
can I tell from the smell how strong it is, like how recent it would have been?
not particularly. The sulfur might be bugging up your nose a bit.
Okay.
And there's this urge from Chelsea to hurry down the path the moment you start saying that.
Because she's leading the way down, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna make a concerted effort to visually look all of them in the eyes and not say anything, and then looking at them and then looking at her as just sort of like a keep an eye on her.
As you do, you see Jonathan kind of do like a.
And then he'll follow, since that kind of puts him as like second in line. He'll go down like right after her.
I'll take up the middle.
Yeah, I got the rear.
Guess I'm somewhere in the middle too.
Mm-hmm. Wizard in the middle, so you can shed some light. Never let that damn thief out of sight.
I haven't heard that song in years. Wow.
I was gonna say rogue in the front. That doesn't end poorly, right?
And Chelsea is walking. Her pace has increased. It's dark down here. Real dark. The smells, it's getting more intense to where even as a human, you can kind of smell extreme sulfur. Chelsea pulls out one of those Corvax lenses that you saw.
As she does, even though I'm kind of far away from her, can I notice that she's doing that?
Yeah, it kind of sparkles a little bit.
Just a warning, with our pack, it may be a bit harder to use. I don't quite get how it works, but predictive stuff tends to falter with us.
Well, thankfully, I'm not trying to see into the future.
Krynos thumbs up.
And she kind of see her bite her thumb a little, and she kind of runs the blood around the edge. And she kind of pulls it up to her face. This way. And she makes a hard shift to the right.
Following.
As we follow, do I see one of those symbols anywhere?
As you get up close, you think you might see one in the dark. A little bit.
Is it towards the way she's going?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I just want, for the sake of my own curiosity, am I having like any trouble seeing?
No.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
You're fine. You,
Probably should shift.
Matt, you and Colin are fine.
It's
Does it
just
look
me and
like things are
Jonathan
getting-
stumbling around.
Does it look like things are getting tighter in terms of
Things
like
are
forms?
starting to get tighter. It's getting a little squishy.
I'm glad I shifted down, because the last thing I need is to go into a panic frenzy in a cave.
Yeah.
Is it completely dark or?
It's completely dark. There is no light showing up.
I think Jonathan at this point would shift down to Lupus,
Yeah, I think Olivia's probably going to follow suit if it's that dark.
and if possible, pick up the clothes in his mouth and keep walking.
Yep.
We probably should get you some bonded clothes.
Yep.
First thing I did, I was so against all of it because I just hated being naked. So
It's been the
maybe
fun
that should
part of
be
it.
our first priority if we survive this. Everyone get some bonded clothing.
Chelsea
Primal
kind of,
urge.
it's primal urge and stamina.
Oh, that's right.
I was right.
It's not that
Um,
hard.
2 successes.
Okay. It takes you a minute, but you get down. Chelsea kind of chuckles. It's like, well, it seems like you have no problem being naked right now.
I'm not naked.
Well, you were. Even though you were covered by fur, that's still naked the way Gaia intended you.
If Gaia intended me to not choose whether I'm clothed or not, she wouldn't have made me born from humans.
That's more of the Weaver.
I'm sure the first werewolves weren't from that either, though. It's like, it only makes sense that Lupus would be the first ones to appear for us, right?
Mm-hmm. That seems about right.
I'll sort of glance up ahead at plays just for a second, like, huh.
Yep. And she's continuing to walk. There's some heat. It's very uncomfortable. But slowly down at the end of the hallway, after about 25 minutes of dark, foul smelling, and Olivia, you are starting to get a little nauseous. The spiritual emanations that are starting to come down here are making you uncomfortable.
I don't like it here at all.
It's progressing and getting more intense as we go down.
Okay.
Give an update if you feel even the slightest twinge in any direction other than what we're doing, Olivia. Okay?
I'll keep you guys updated. It's just
But-
kind of. I'm just imagining a dog going.
Is she within reach in case I need to grab her?
Yeah.
Cool. The last thing
I
I
am
want
gonna
is you
keep my-
frenzying to release a Bane or some bullshit. So
Yeah.
Okay, fair. I'm gonna keep my eye out for those symbols as we go, just in case we have to hightail it out of here without
Perception and alertness checks from everybody as we head down.
So
my best skill.
is it impossible for me, like as we're going down, to sort of like, it's going to sound stupid, but I'm 100% serious, like mark, like as we're going down, like peeing.
That wouldn't be stupid. I could definitely see a Lupus trying to do that.
Yeah.
Every couple of seconds. It's like Plays with Danger is looking for a girlfriend.
Oh, and it smells weird as fuck in here right now.
We probably can't even
Olivia's
notice the urine.
Ian Sulfur, yep.
Yeah.
Oh, 2 successes on my
Yep.
rolls.
And it's just a standard difficulty. So yeah, 2 successes.
Yep. 1.
1 success, 2 success.
I'm just operating off of if you don't say anything, it's 6. That's how I remember
Yeah,
it.
that's a good idea. That's good on you. Plays
If
with
the
Danger.
storyteller is quiet.
What's up?
Perception alertness.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. You were busy marking your territory. It's fine.
I had to make sure I got all the spots. What was the difficulty again?
6.
3.
Okay. It's not too difficult. You get a complete success, Plays. You smell blood. You smell rot. The other people definitely smell some sort of remains down here.
Can I tell, like, how fresh it is? Because, like, fresh blood definitely has a different smell than,
Yes, it does. There is a combination. There's some fresher, but there are some that's real old. Like, we're talking weeks now. And as you step into this lighted room, because this room...
As soon as I smell it, I say one word. Blood.
He says blood probably stop.
As you start to step into this room and that pause and take it in, this is a cap. It is, you were going in a cave and it was basically a tunnel. This is expanded out. And you see all these ancient markings. They're circles, ribbons, various items that Olivia probably recognized used in rituals. And then you see it. The antennae that are down here have been ripped apart. Their heads, some of them rotting, some of them fresh, are sitting in a circle around this giant egg-like sack. And it is bright yellow. And inside you see this thing that's dark and inky. And it shifts, and Olivia, you can finally hear this thing. You hear this weird, high-pitched, almost vertigo-inducing scream from this thing. And the room shakes. Like a full-scale rumble. Some of the pottery that was arranged falls and starts breaking. And that's also when you hear it. The howls coming down the tunnel. They are coming. And this is where we're going to end our session tonight. And I would like to thank my players as we go to step into the season finale of Phoenix's Call. And as you all know, I also will thank my life mate, my hetero life mate, Brock, Dragonbane 989, who he is the Eurydice to my Orpheus. And as always with my players, you get top marks with me. You get the 3 points. But let's see let's go to the one that I emotionally traumatized the most today to start the vote. And that is, no, not you. Start the vote. Jonathan, who do you want to vote for?
I think I'm gonna go with Olivia, because it's, well, one, the botch on that roll, and you see like it's all me as a black spiral dancer, and the potential that could have had.
that interesting?
There's a
Well,
lot of
it could've
unresolved
been
trauma
very-
that none of us will ever resolve before this chronicle's over.
Could have been very
Nope.
interesting depending on how that went.
Since you named me, I'll go next. I'm gonna go with Jonathan. We got more backstory, and it was awesome. Just I'm destroying the car, and then I'm gonna go try to bite my friend. So I love it.
And hey, he successfully did bite one of his friends. Ow.
Yes, that was the
Thank God my
Galliard.
stamina is insane, otherwise that would have hurt.
That was the Galliard lesson for today. Face pain.
Mm-hmm. Who wants to go next?
I would, I guess at this point, third Jonathan, just with it coming, Plague Winds coming out of, the tech gremlin issues from last week, and then still coming in so seamlessly. And it was such a, for me at least, a believable transition of why would he have stayed back in the first place, but then what would have got him with us, because we can't do anything without infighting, like a family. But yeah, I'd give it to Jonathan just because Plague Winds fucking rocked it.
Thank you.
Shit, you all know me. I gotta cop out and vote for Olivia and Jonathan. The amount of rough luck you both had during that whole entire interaction was just like, damn, it's weird to see Frenzy not be dangerous in places. Because you're used to, as soon as we lose control, oh shit, murder, death, kill. But to see you guys just struggling and still being locked into the anger without actually being able to, get out of it, even though it wasn't doing anything to us, there was a nice bit of, not quite Shakespearean, but definitely some tragic elements to it that were really interesting to see.
It was fun.
And wow, with that, I feel kind of obligated to give 1 point each to Olivia and Jonathan. I went back to look to see who got the Karen vote, and it looks like nobody voted last episode. So nobody got extra XP from that.
If we die, it's all your fault. All
And
your
chat,
fault.
All your fault, chat.
Please
Really not that we're a
remember.
hot mess.
Yeah, damn, fuck, what'd we do wrong last episode,
I
chat?
know.
I'm sorry.
I know. I was kind of shocked when I went back to look.
Please,
Now-
Daddy Chat, give us the XP.
And like I said, who you think needs the XP, vote in the Karen chat in Discord. I am now going to try and summon the amazing tech weenie, Shanky McStabber. Oh, great, Shanky McStabber.
Oh, please, my
tell
ego
us.
does not need that. Trust me. That's the last thing my damn
Yeah, let's
ego
pop
needs.
that balloon
Yeah,
before it
let's
gets
put a stop to that one. Hey, we didn't vote because we couldn't vote for Eyes of the Creek. That's all. I mean, it's that simple. If we can't vote for him, we're not voting.
I mean, to be fair, he was a dead ringer for the vote, so.
Oh, see, I hate you. I hate you for the pun. I just hate you.
Really buried the bone there.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Guys,
You're
come
gonna
on.
send the Shanky voice away at this rate, okay?
Seriously, stop with the puns. This is a grave situation we're finding
Jesus
ourselves
Christ. That's it. I'm gonna murder them all later. Obviously,
You won't have to, Bill, because they're going to have a fucky-wucky situation.
well, I know that's why you're ending the episode here. You're ending the episode here because you want to have a good 2 hours to thoroughly thrash these people and to enjoy the pain you put them through. You don't want to rush it. I understand.
Oh yeah, and the break halfway through is going to be all of that, applying lubrication just to get it in there just a little deeper.
Yep. So, of course, if you like this crazy ass crew, come join us on the Discord. We recruit and we cast our shows from the Discord. We got a great community over there. Everyone likes to hang out, and we do weekly Zoom chats where just people on the Discord can pop in and hang out and talk to other adults-ish, kind of adult sometimes. But generally, we got a good crew. If you want to catch any of the back episodes, of course, you can pop over to YouTube. We got a whole bunch of back episodes for Windy City, Werewolf. We've even got Ravinia's other Werewolf game that she ran before this one. We've got a Changeling one-shot that was on there. We've got links right now for the Haunted Chronicles, which is coming back, everybody. Haunted Chronicles is about to return to the channel. I'll talk about that in a little bit. And our cock stream, London Esoteric Society. If you haven't been watching our the McStabber Studios cock, you've missed out, because Ravinia there was sticking people with a cavalry saber. And I mean, you just can't beat that when the party starts stabbing each other, as you can tell by this pack right here, trying to murder each other all night. So check that out. If you want to see some other good content, let me type that out. There we go. Check out some other good content. The Eyes of the Creek we just mentioned, Ravnos Archon. Check his channel out. Go check his channel out. He does Vampire Monday nights. I think he just went on season break though, which is all good. He does sometime. I'm not sure when his Legends of the Five Rings is coming back on Wednesdays, and his Star Wars on Fridays. But I do want to say that he is about to be back on McStabber Studios for another season of his Mage the Ascension game. He's getting a new cast together for it for another season. So, because, the previous cast murdered each other at the end of it. I'm noticing a pattern here on McStabber Studios. I'm just wanting to point that one out. If you like what we're doing, of course, you can subscribe here on the channel. If you're an Amazon Prime, you get a free subscription. You could give it to us if you want to support the studio itself. If you want to give something to the players, bits and donations, they go to the players, not to the studio. So if you want to give them a coffee, or, get them a not a Starbucks, that's kind of expensive. If you just want to get them, some 7-Eleven or Sheetz coffee, you can give them that. Trying to think of all my stuff here. Oh yeah, we got some merch. We still have a Red Rockets for Gaia, but nobody wants to buy that one. Not quite
Can't
sure
imagine why.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure why. I don't know. I figured at least somebody around here would do it. Don't know why not. Schedule this week. We got a light week here at McStabber Studios because honestly, we're saving up and getting ready for October, because this October, for the entire month of October, we're actually going to be doing the Game Pink initiative, which is help say game over to breast cancer. And we've got one hell of a schedule that we're putting together. We're going to be busy as hell in October. We've got some Thirsty Sword lesbians coming up, some more one-shots, mage. I mean, October is going to be just crazy, just so you know. So we're going to raise money for charity. Please jump in on that when we do it next month. So the only streams, honestly, is going to be Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern, Windy City After Dark Season 4 premiere. We are back in the Windy City with a brand new cast member, and can't wait to see what these people get up to, because after your boy Twitch did his little season summary and snitched out a few things here and there and dropped some teasers, it's going to be kind of crazy over there. And then, of course, next week, season finale, Phoenix's Call, right here. And you don't want to miss that one. Now, as we always end around here, I want to point out that, mental health, it's no joke. It's no laughing matter. Please talk to those around you. Talk to your friends, family, loved ones. If you haven't heard from somebody, check in on them, please. Make sure that, that they're okay, because a lot of people aren't. And some people just need a friendly voice, or just somebody willing to put some effort to reach out to them, just to get them off that edge. And if you do suffer from mental health issues, like many of us, myself included, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just the way the world is. It's the way people are. We're humans. We're wired that way. And you should reach out to those around you, your own support network. And if you don't have one, in chat right now, there's a list of numbers you can call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And these people on these numbers will help you, and we'll talk to you, and we'll try to get you, through what you have to get through. And if you're not in America, you can always go to the website that's right there in chat and find out, the support lines in your country. And finally, please, COVID is no joke. Shit's gone wild. The medical community is about up in arms at this point. I just saw today Idaho is declaring an emergency because they've run out of ICU beds because of the COVID surgence. Please, Jesus Christ, get your shot. Yes, it doesn't stop you from getting what they call the breakthrough, but most of the people I've heard that get the breakthrough don't end up in the hospital. And the last place you want to be is ventilated in the ICU, because that's not really, trust me, I've never been ventilated before, but I used to do EMT work, and I got news for you. It's not pleasant. It's not something you want to ever have happen to you. It's not fun at all. So please get your shots. And I'd like to thank this cast for the shenanigans they've been coming up with tonight. And we miss you, Eyes of the Creek. You did what you could to try to save them. They may not make it next time. And we're going to put the blame on you for rolling like Steve Perry after they all get murdered, because had you been there, they probably will survive. I'm just putting it out there. That's all. Thank you, everybody, and good night.